And I'm in for the mini fake news guy here for the Coyote Watch. Kelly Ayotte is still humping for her, law enforcement. She's just a pick me politician. She's also continuing to hump for getting over 100 veterans to support her, if I'm reading this correctly. Yes, she has more than 100 New Hampshire veterans as part of Veterans for Kelly, as if, first name basis. The other thing, too, she posted on the Conway Daily Sun, the freebie newspaper. I love the Conway Daily Sun. It's free because it's a heavily, it can be completely supported through advertising, but she went to the North Conway McDonald's to celebrate the grand reopening. I believe I was there in April. It looks like the one I've been to. I'm assuming these grand openings are not really immediate, but I was there. It's so crazy. Kelly Ayotte follows me wherever I go, even if it's 2 or 3 months after the fact. It's just like, come on, Kelly. I remember when I went to Zeb's, that I'm like, did I spell old cunt? Oh god, let me go in. Yeah, let's go in. Cause I like going there too. Should I? This is a question. Should I reach out to Kelly? Should I reach out to her because to be a comms? That means I would have to leave the zoo, but this show kind of sucks anyways. That's why I was thinking about that. Let me know in the comments if I should run for Kelly out. But yeah.
We've learned from Trump is that it's very difficult to have only one healthy party. When the Republican Party went off the rails, the Democratic Party followed suit very quickly. You have the Democrats now divided between their sympathy for Hamas, their echoing of the campus cancel culture and the wokeness and all that. Both parties are repulsive right now. And because, as I say, you can't have just one.
George Will, if you remember his days from being on with the late David Brinkley on the Sunday talk show, that's how far back I think he's a boomer. I'm assuming he's a boomer. He was on this podcast. Do I have the name off the top of my head here? It's the Dispatch podcast. This guy is such an establishment Republican that even established conservatives would think he's so out of touch because he doesn't understand how MAGA really is. He talked about the prosecution against former President Trump with Alvin Bragg, making it be a political thing, but some of the other things he said in this quick, I'm trying to make this quick because I ran late with Tom Brady. It was it came out of nowhere for me. I forgot about 612. For me personally, I should have known, but I felt it was important to share. Let's continue cutting to George, the old dude.
To bend our sturdy institutions, and I'm thinking particularly of the judiciary. It is amazing that Democrats and progressives, who on the one hand are saying we face an existential, God, I hate that word, an existential crisis of democracy in America, but we also should join in their attempt to delegitimize the Supreme Court and inferentially the appellate jury also. the appellate judiciary
Wow.
also.
That's a
It is
really
the
bold
courts that are
statement.
going to be particularly important in stymieing any that Mr. Trump, if reelected, would try and engage in.
Turn off your
Mr. Biden,
alert,
his
Stephen.
campaign after the
Do not
jury came
disturb.
in yesterday in New York said, "Well, this is a great victory for the rule of law." That would be more important if Joe Biden had a transparently tried to violate
Joe
constitutional law,
Biden.
ignoring the appropriations clause with $405 billion worth of student loan deferment. And when the Supreme Court said you can't do that, he gave a speech saying, the Supreme Court tried to block me, but I'm doing it anyway. And he has. He just keeps now doing the same serial lawlessness in smaller tranches. So mark me down as dyspeptic about the whole conversation right now.
Let me ask you, the financier Ray Dow.
And the other thing too is he doesn't believe there's going to be a civil war. This is ridiculous.
That would be the final discrediting of this whole enterprise. It will not happen, it seems to me.
Oh,
Yes,
boy.
I think the rhetoric is overblown. I don't know
He's on tough.
when these people who talk this way have spent any time with normal Americans these days. Look, there are 333 million of us in this country. A handful of them are stark raving mad. A lot of them showed up at the Capitol on January 6th. There are these internet armies out there, but they're not real armies. Civil war. Look, I live in Washington, across the river from Robert E. Lee's house. The Army of Northern Virginia is what a civil war looks like. Thomas Jackson and those guys. Not these people with horns in their helmets wandering through the Capitol with Confederate flags. We've had an experience with actual civil war in this country, and it's complicated.
Oh my God. Yeah, large figures and also things are so decentralized in some ways, centralized in others. He doesn't understand it. We've been dealing with an interwebs social civil war with just owning. I mean, he is so out of touch. He's trying to deny the reality. Boy, George Will, you might want to seek retirement because I think you're past your prime. If I can remember you when I was 4 years old on with the late David Brinkley, yeah, I feel like it's 1991. The world's changed significantly, and then the political world even worse. We're going to a break here. Amanda is back for another installment in just 2 minutes.